And I think, let's see what we're gonna... Ludic v Red is gonna play against Blakerz. Both with 1 point, and Nokor against Freebie. I want to actually see... Nokor has the nicest... The best decks, I think. Let's see, however, what Ludic v Red is up to. Oh yeah, let's actually see this. Like the basic Darius deck that he has right here, splashed in with Corruption. Got him down to 2 HP. Oh yeah, that was probably Holy Radiance that he put down. So not a board on the side of Blakerz anymore. Goes for Reanimate. Let's actually see what he has in the graveyard. Oh, that game has... Wow. That game has been going on for quite a while. Because, you know, they are at 18 and 21 HP respectively. I thought the game was just began, but we were 15 minutes in. So, Bezarok, Succubus, Airship, Reanimate, Tombs, Consume, Haunt, New Horizons, Parallel Evolution, and Void Touch. So, yeah, maybe most of those go back to the Void Touch being played for Blakerz. Let's see. Not necessarily. Ah, yeah, that was that deck. Like the heal control thing. But yeah, Bezarok hits the field again with Reanimate. He has an advantage with Soul Prison, so he needs to play at least 2 creatures, maybe 3, to not just lose them straight away to Soul Prison and Bezarok. And he went for the second ability, I think. Yeah. So when he dies, you can summon a demon with a combat level of 3 and different names of the field. Could be a Succubus. I think that's about the best demon that you can get, actually, with Bezarok. Maybe that's the only one that you also had. I don't know. Do you need to have them in the deck? I'm not sure. No, I think it would specify it. So I think you can just get whatever. Now he's down to 23 cards. I just noticed this, Blakerz. And Ludic v Red is still up to 40. And he has a Void Touch in his graveyard. So I think the Void Touch got probably killed by the Holy Radiance. Bezarok going in for beats. He has 10 mana, 4 aspects against 3 aspects, 9 mana for Ludic v Red. So we can definitely assume that the game is going on for a while. Also, by looking at the timer, just realized that. Both are like down to about 5 minutes now. At this point. And he gets the Angelic Temple going right away. Goes for the healing against the Djinn of Wishes. And, okay, I forgot about this. Tireless March readies the Angelic Temple again, kills off the Djinn of Wishes, and puts everything in the backline. And, not really sure why. Because you can't really double block. Like, Bezarok can run himself into any of these, kill them, but... Oh yeah, maybe he wants to actually kill him. That could be a thing. But he has also Soul Prison. I was about to say, you know, you can't double block anyways. But yeah, apparently he wants to keep them on the field. Goes for Word of Pain on all 3 creatures. That definitely helps out. That helps out Blakerz at least. And another Word of Pain clears off the board. Blakerz is a force to be reckoned with, that's for sure. And so is Ludic v Red. I would actually really like to see at least Ludic v Red in the next Masters, because that guy has got it. He got it, but he doesn't have a play, it seems. Which is good for Blakerz because he has 5 cards in hand, so definitely a card advantage right there. Has the Djinn, which you could actually use right away. And Bezarok can go in for 4 beats again. The thing with her heal million, however, is that it doesn't matter if you don't have like creatures to play, because, you know, you just heal up anyways when you have the creatures that you need. And it wouldn't surprise me if he has Entriel in the deck. Oh, Pacify. Bezarok leaves the field. Does it trigger? Oh, yeah, of course. If he goes to the graveyard and he went back to the deck. So, his ability doesn't trigger. Which definitely sucks. For him. Doesn't go for the DO. And doesn't play anything. Not even, did he? No, he didn't even play a shrine, I think. And considering it switched to Blakerz for a short moment, I think he might hold an instant spell, and it's probably Noxious. Could be. Goes for the extra card draw with hero. With hero ability. God damn it. Need to get better headphones again, because the thing is obnoxious at this point. And gets the Airship Explorer out. So he definitely wants to mill himself for Reanimate, but I think he already used 2. Holy shit, that's so much. That's what she said. Yeah, 2 Reanimate, so he has 2 more left in the deck. Again, not a play from Ludic v Red. I mean, he doesn't have to, he is still good on HP, and he doesn't really go in for a high damage there anyways. Good old Blakerz, who has at 4 corruption levels and 1 wisdom, by the way. So he is going full force in that sense. Plays Succubus, still has 5 cards in hand with 7 mana left. Let's see if he hits something with a Djinn. He does. It's a Reanimate and it's a Bezarok, I guess. Yup, it's a Bezarok. And of course he has to go for a second ability because the first one doesn't make any sense. Because there are no creatures on the side of Ludic v Red anyways. And that's a board presence and quite some damage going in next turn, by the way. So we're gonna see if Ludic v Red is gonna respond to that. Holy Radiance would deal with the Succubus and with Bezarok, with the damage dealers. Wouldn't kill off the Djinn and would neither kill off the Djinn nor the Airship Explorer, but they do 3 damage combined, so they are not a threat. The threats are definitely Succubus and Bezarok, and again, no play. Is he disconnected or something? And yeah, he's a little bit in a shitty situation, good old Blakerz, because he only has 2 minutes and 43 seconds left, and he is at 14 HP, and if Ludic v Reds plays some creatures and gets life back, it's gonna be an issue. Don't use too long, dude. Just go face and let it be, let it be. No need to build a snowman here. Okay, I think that's all New Horizons, by the way, that he has. I think every single one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, all New Horizons are in the deck. He doesn't need them anymore anyways. So use the Airship Explorer for that. Pacify. I would say Bezarok. Yeah, Bezarok. Better stats. And he went for the second ability anyway, so come on, do it. Do it. Come on, dude. Maybe he does it on purpose. Could be a thing. Like waiting out to like wear Blakerz down also in the process. Might be a thing. 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Come on, dude. Hit that stop button. He needs to hurry up now. Or else Ludic v Red might win this by time means. So 4 cards. Got a little bit of a stockpile. Ray of Righteousness. No damage on the field. And he has 8. Oh, I just realized he has 8 cards left in the deck as well. So there are 2 really bad situations for Blakerz now. Oh boy. But apparently Ludic v Red, either he doesn't have plays or he deliberately waits so he has more options. That could be a thing. Oh, Consume Spirit. Nice play right there. Goes in for 5 beats. Consume Spirit on the Djinn. Does he have... Oh, he has Word of Grace. Up to 16. Extra card draw. Passive. I think he just got the Pacify with the Word of Grace card draw. But he doesn't use Pacify. Now Blakerz knows he has it. He probably wants to use it against something that is actually a threat, because the Airship Explorer really isn't. It's Bezarok, who is a problem. So he probably waits for this. Went for a second ability because makes sense. Okay, another Word of Grace, extra card drawn. Maybe another Pacify. Oh boy, he might win this. He is up to 16 HP. He might win this due to time. That could be a thing. Now just don't use the Djinn for the card draw, because you only have 7 cards left. Oh god, insta life. He gets... Oh god. Ludic v red, my friends. Ludic v fucking red. Okay, goes for a spell warden. He might have another spell, and he can lock that shit down, and that's one less card that he has. Probably Consume Spirit. Suffocate would be a thing, but I think I think Consume Spirit. Yeah, goes for Suffocate, because a Consume Spirit he can just kill off the spell warden. And is Suffocate an extra card draw? No, it isn't. Never mind. 3 HP more for him. He has Tireless March. Even though it's December, but he does have it. Of course, he changes, so he has 2 more. Yeah, he should get a Succubus, I think. Fast, by the way. Choose fast. Gotta go fast. Yeah, goes for Succubus. Card draw, which you shouldn't do because you have fucking 5 cards left. But then again, of course, Ludic v red doesn't have any lifebound stuff anymore on the field, but there are 45 seconds left for Blakerz. Dude, hurry the fuck up. And use Soul Prison, by the way. After that. God, dude. Please. Soul Prison. Get rid of that Spell Warden. Come on, dude. Hurry up. Oh god, dude. 8, 9, 10 damage. Go for it. Go with the other 2, dude. You don't have time. There you go. Pacify. Oh my god. 20 seconds. I think Ludic v red has this. If he just don't... Oh god. 5 more turns and he only does 3 damage. 7 damage. I stand corrected. 7? 5 damage. Sorry. That's 3 turns. And that's Gomor. That's, yeah. That's also a problem. Can only go for 1 though. Doesn't have 4 aspects, so he probably goes for speed, maybe? Maybe for Lifebound. Goes for speed, yeah. And Blakerz ran out of time, and he is in the minus now, by the way. So Ludic v red won due to time restraints, so that's another +4 heal million, I guess. That was kind of interesting. No Core is still playing. Wow, that's a 2020 Deathbound Incarnate. And right here, by the way, we see Freebie's Berg deck he won. Okay. Did we get another game between these two? Oh, we do. Nice. Nice. Ludic v red and Blakerz are also playing. Let's see who has the most interesting one. That could be interesting. Advanced Despina and again the basic Darius one against We're gonna see who they compete against. It's also a 1-1 between Freebie and Nokor. And Nokor from parts unknown, it seems. Do we have any information about Hall Y'all? Yeah, playing in a tournament. He got scared, my friends. He got scared. It take a little bit too long for my liking. Let's check this out right here. Blakerz against the Ludic v Red. Advanced Despina against he got a Haunt in the grave. Oh, he removed Haunt with Mind Extortion. Okay. Come on. Let me see. Okay, let me see what is the most interesting one right here. Enoch. Oh, nah, no. We have enough advanced Nefaris, I'm pretty sure. Let's check out Blakerz against Ludic v Red right here. Stick to our guns. Oh, and that could be interesting. We have a Cloning Vat and a Stronghold Metropolis, so he never runs out of cards technically with Sell into Slavery right here that he got from Stronghold Metropolis. And this might be New Horizons. Let's see if we see a Rage Shrine. We don't. I was about to say it could be Azara's Decay. But yeah, we saw that in the last game that wasn't the case, so yeah. I don't know, well, I'm talking out of my ass here, I guess. So, this one is the decider. No, not yet. That was still the first game. That's the second game. So, if Ludic v Red wins, then the game is over. If not, we go for a third game. I gotta say, maybe Blakerz also didn't really see the time, because when I was playing, I also didn't look at the time. I gotta... if I'm honest. So that's a Gin of Wishes, so no surprises for now. 2 Corruption, 1 Wisdom. I think he stays at 1 Wisdom. That was what he was doing last game. 1 more Corruption, and he's all set in terms of levels. Thanks to New Horizons, of course, he is a little bit ahead in terms of both mana and aspects. And also, if you miss a DO but still have a New Horizons to play, you know, you don't really lose a turn. Helm of the Minion grabs that Djinn by the britches right away. And apparently got value out of it with his ability right away. He can use this shit for 5 turns now, which is pretty cool. That definitely keeps him in the game and keeps some more options in his hand. Okay, the Djinn of Wishes duel right here, and avoid touch. Yeah, well, he runs Wisdom, so he could parallel Evo this, but I think he actually wants to have stuff in the graveyard. It seems like a little bit of a reanimator list. And the good thing is, it's 3 speed and deadly, since he runs Corruption with this. So he puts the Djinn in the back line, uses the abilities to his utmost, and that's Rune of Blades. And that's another Helm of the Minion, by the way, and he grabs the next Djinn. Okay. Okay. Didn't hit anything this time, though. But Rune of Blades. If the fun thing about this is if you use Rune of Blades and play a Shadow Step Assassin, you kill everything, which is nice, because Shadow Step Assassin is a 1-drop. It's deadly, and right here it says when you play a level 1 creature this turn, it deals damage equal to its attack to an enemy creature, I think of your choosing. So yeah, you just play the Shadow Step Assassin and left click that red dragon that the enemy might have. I thought he has another Helm of the Minion. Yeah, use it on the red dragon that the enemy just played, and bam, gone. It's pretty nice. So yeah, any 1-drop that is deadly, Rune of Blades definitely is the best thing, but he doesn't have Vampiric Touch, which I think might be a little bit more valuable, but we'll see, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he has a Shadow Step Assassin and just kills out that Succubus. Which would be a good good idea, actually. There's the Rune of Blades. Tempting Lure. Okay. That works as well. Goes for Tempting Lure for the Spoiled Aristocrat right there. And kills off the Succubus this way. 3 damage, of course, from the Spoiled Aristocrat. And remains the board control. A thing that he could do, by the way, that is pretty cool with Helm of Dominion and Cloning Vat. You use Cloning Vat for the Moonsteel Miner, just as you did before. Assassinate, nice. For the Moonsteel Miner, summon him and put the Might Emblem on one of the creature that has the Helm of Dominion, because that way it doesn't shrink further and you keep it in the game. Of course, you need like 3 mana to support it every turn, but he could do that with no problem. Since he has 5, maybe 6 next turn if he doesn't go for aspects. Noxious. Obnoxious Fumes, as I like to call them. On the Spoiled Aristocrat, the next fucking Succubus, and the next time a fucking headphone falls off. And he just goes for the Djinn ability. Probably Djinn abilities, since both of them are in the backline, so yeah. Uses both. Apparently, though, he doesn't have a second cloning vat. He goes up for an aspect. Bloodwell Matriarch. Could be a Noxious. Could be an... No, he can play it too, yeah. Because it's exhausted. But shrinks it down to a 1/1 with Noxious. Obnoxious Fumes, however you want to call them. And kills it off with Assassinate. Nice. Nice board control from Ludic v Red right there. Mind Extortion. That's an Airship Explorer, that's an artifact, that's 1 less card for him. But, of course, he has Throughout Study, so he can use a 0 ability to gain another card draw. Hits the DO for... okay. For the good old Soul Prison, Cathedral... Sanctum of the Void, obviously, and he gets rid of the 2/0 Djinn, I think. Yes. Keeps a 3/0, and, of course, the Bloodwell Matriarch that can go in for 1 beat. Even though Blakerz is up to 26 HP. So, yeah, 1 beat doesn't hurt him too much. Sorry, that's a cloning vat. Let's see. I could see him. I'm keeping him on the field maybe, because, or maybe not. Because, you know, it sums up. If he puts the Might Emblem on the Bloodwell Matriarch now, it's 2 damage. And next turn it would be 3 damage, but you can also buff up the Bloodwell Matriarch again to just buff it to 3 damage, and then you have the same one as you would when you attack with him right away. No, wait, you attack... Yeah, you would. Because you attack with him and the Matriarch, and then put the Might Emblem on him, obviously. On her, sorry. I just assumed their gender. Okay, uses it on the Temptress to keep it in play for a little bit longer, I think. I presume. And it's a deadly. But it's a 2-drop, so yeah. Doesn't benefit off of Rune of Blades. It's on cooldown anyways, and the enemy doesn't have anything on the board anyways. So Dio. For Blakerz, used the hero ability last turn. Misses the Dio. That sucks. And goes for a Reanimate on the Succubus, I think. Would make sense. Even though... even though, of course, he has, could also... I was about to say, could also be a, Void Touch, because of the deadly 3/3 Temptress. So he now has a 1/0 Djinn that dies off next turn. I would put him on the front line, actually. To maybe block the Succubus. Even though he... Yeah, like, if he pumps up the Temptress, he doesn't lose anything. Anyways. But he dies off next turn, regardless, so... Depends. He could also sell him to Slavery for extra card draw. It doesn't need any mana anyways. And it comes off of cooldown next turn, so... Lots of things he could potentially do right here, Ludic v Red. The world is open to him. He is in a good position. However, HP-wise, the game tells a whole different story. 11 HP for Ludic v Red and 28, thanks to a couple of Succubus as well, for Blakerz. And Tempting Lure kills off... Yeah, there it is. The deadly Rune of Blades. play from Ludic v Red. And can't use the Sanctum, the cloning bat. Sanctum comes off of cooldown in 2 turns, however. Yeah, using the ability doesn't make sense because he doesn't have any cards in hand in the first place. Hero ability is ready, which he probably should use. Yup. He also missed the DO last turn. We can't forget that. However, he has the better card back. I'll give him that. And he hits a Shrine, hits Tombs. Could do a little bit, even though, you know, he just kills it off really fast. Can he use Bloodwell Matriarch's energy to get a Tombs? If it is in the graveyard? That could be a thing. If he plays Haunt, however, that would be a bad idea because he could use Bloodwell Matriarch to haunt the Tombs as well, so he needs to be careful with the spells he plays. Oh no, wait, you can't because it's only level. No, an action card with level 2 or less. Ah, it's a curse and a spell, so not an action card. Never mind, you couldn't. Hero card ability, and that card is a Shrine. Okay, that doesn't get removed, but of course, our good friend, the Bloodborne Prince right here. Bloodseeking Mutant, Bloodborne Prince, of course. Bloodseeking Mutant gets the Might Emblem. It's a 3/3 now. Could buff him even further also with the cloning bat. Ludic v Red in a very nice situation right now. Yeah, I was about to say, it's the Sanctum of the Void is ready. Probably on the Shadow... on the Bloodseeking Mutant. I thought for sure on the Shadow Step Assassin, because now it's useless. Maybe... ah, well, he could use a Moonsteel Miner and keep the Phantom Assassin in play again. Haunt on the cloning bat. However, that's a haunt on the Tombs, I think, next turn. Okay, on the Bloodwell Matriarch. However, I would use it. I mean, yeah, it generates some souls every time, but, you know, Tombs also does, so... and it only triggers once every turn, so now he could just use the ability. Also, keeping her in the front would make sense, because it activates anyways. Use it on the Tombs. Haunt the Tombs. You know you want to. It actually benefits you, because you can use that for Sell into Slavery, the whole Enchained Souls that you summon, and then, you know, just get an extra card draw every turn. It's pretty cool. Also, hero ability is up next turn for Blakerz, and they both stay in the game somehow. Like, you know, the tides shift every turn. At the beginning it was obviously Blakerz, because 28 HP against, I think it was 11 still. But now, Ludic v Red established board control up to 11 HP, Blakerz down to 20. And that's a Bloodseeking Mutant, a buffed Bloodseeking Mutant, I might add. Because he just weakness emblems one of the Enchained Souls, and or he doesn't. Maybe that could also work, yeah. I was gonna say, Cloning Bat, Moonsteel Miner, on the Shadow Step Assassin, or that way. Even though, why don't you... Why doesn't... Am I missing something? He played Haunt this turn. Let me see. Yeah, Haunt is 2 mana, 1 aspect. You can get an action card with level 2. Is it not an action card? It is, isn't it? Maybe he plays it afterwards? It's a curse and a spell, never mind. Okay, I'm an idiot. You can't play this with her. Never mind. It's all good. It's kind of a shitty ability then from... well, at least in this matchup. For the Bloodwell Matriarch. Because now he definitely has a problem with all the Enchained Souls that he gets. So yeah, Blaker's still in the game. It's a lot about card draw with this deck. Like with the hero ability, with the Jhin. I don't really get the whole gist of the deck, like, you know, what the actual win condition is, but it's something, that's for sure. And that shit keeps him in the game for now. That's for ding dong damn sure. Helm of the Minion, the next Jhin for Ludic v Red. And he is at 8 mana next turn, so he can fish out some of his potential threats. Bezarok was like 4 aspects, 4 mana, I think. So yeah, if he has Vampirism. If he has 9 mana, he can fish out a Bezarok. If he uses up all the mana. Vampirism, however, that is neat. And he doesn't go in for beats, which is kind of surprising, because why not go in with the Bloodseeking Mutant? And the Shadow Step Assassin. And the frickin' Temptress, because, you know, Temptress is 1 less card that he has in hand. If he goes in for beats, obviously. For face. But yeah, Airship Explorer extra draws a card, discards Suffocate. Yeah, Suffocate wouldn't have done much. Would have killed off 2. Like these 2 ladies. But maybe so does Word of Pain. That's also an extra card draw for him. I mean, yeah, he negates some damage, but then he just summons a Moonsteel Miner and puts the Might Emblem on the creature again, so that kind of nullifies it, if that's a word. I hope it is. Bloodwitch Harpy gets discarded. Yeah, because everything is like 2 or 3 levels, aside from this. Parallel Evo. Let's see if he gets a creature for himself. Oh, he wants to. But what is the question? Regardless, none of the creatures that he gets is gonna be as good as the one that Ludic Red has, because he has Vampirism. Everything is buffed up next turn. Everything is. And it's life-bound as well. Okay, gets his Djinn back, at least. Ah, okay, that is a little bit better. For him. And gets the Succubus. Drains him for 3 HP. Goes for another card draw with the Djinn. Let's see if he hits something, actually. He does. And he has 2 mana still left. 2 more turns, 2 more mana for Ludic Red, however. And, you know, as I said, if he has a Succubus, that Succubus, one of the Succubus. He could go Succubus, actually. That's 3 mana, 4 mana, 3 aspects. So that's 7 mana he has to invest. If he goes up 1 mana now, and goes for hero ability all the way with all his mana, that's 7 mana then. Yeah, you could Tempting Lure out a Succubus. But I gotta say though, I like the Tempting Lure Rune of Blades combo so far. That's pretty nice to see. So Vampirism triggers, so does the Haunt on the Bloodwell Matriarch. Uses Bloodwell Matriarch for probably the Parallel Evo. Because that for Ding Dong I'm sure is an action card. It is. Let's see. What would he change though? All of the cards he has are pretty good, so I'm not sure. Or maybe like like get the Helm of the minion off of the Djinn and then transform the Djinn into a Succubus, maybe? Parallel Evo doesn't do too much for him, to be honest. For Ludic Red, that is. And neither does Time, by the way. The time is running out for him as well. So yeah, he should also like hurry up now. Or we get a similar situation that we had previously. Thing is, he only has to say... Oh, there's Rune of Blades. Into Tempting Lure. Oh, Prinha. Probably under the Succubus, I assume. That goes for Tempting Lure first. Damages the... Doesn't go for Tempting Lure, never mind. Damages the Djinn, but doesn't really accomplish anything. Oh, Noxious. Ah, okay. I stand corrected. Yeah, nah. He made a misplay. Yeah, he made a huge misplay. Now he just runs the Succubus into this girl. He gets rid of the Temptress, and he doesn't get Prinha. Because, you know, deadly and stuff. And he can block everything else with, like, the 3 Enchained Souls. And there's only the Moonsteel Miner and the thing. The Bloodseeking Mutant that can block. And he goes for, I think, second ability? Yes. Consume Spirit. And that gets rid... never mind. I was gonna say, yeah, you don't want that. Nice play. Nice play. That gets rid of, the Bloodwell Matriarch, I was about to say, but nah, that actually benefits him. The thing is, I think that's an action spell. So we can play that next turn. It's an action, so he can use Consume Spirit for himself. He has a 4 damage Enchained Soul, which is kind of funny. Runs it into the Blood-Seeking Mutant, obviously. The only problem... Nah. He can use... Yeah, he should use Airship Explorer on the Moonsteel Miner, because he's gonna swap out. Or he's just gonna use... Nah. He can't use the... No. He just, yeah. If he would've, he just uses the ability... No, he can't. He has 0 mana. I was gonna say, he sacrifices him anyways to buff up the Bloodseeking Mutant, and then the Enchained Soul, the 1/4 is dead. But he can't, he doesn't have any mana. So he could have gone in for 4 beats with that Enchained Soul. Apparently he doesn't want to, but, you know, given the thing, the problem is he gets life from the Bloodseeking Mutant, so he gets those 4 HP against the Airship Explorer. And of course he blocks with the Moonsteel Miner, the 2/2 zombie. He kills off a bunch of things, though. It's 2 creatures left against... For Ludic, we read against 5. 7. Now it's for sure 7. But still, like, he has the Vampirism advantage right here. 12 HP against 24. The thing also... Double the amount. The thing also, though, is that Blakerz now has the advantage in terms of time. If that rings a bell... Maybe it does. And that's gonna be... Consume Spirit, I think. Probably... Nah, maybe he wants to keep Bezarok alive. I was about to say, for sure Bezarok, but nah. I mean, he might as well, because he's gonna die either way. If he goes in for beats. Okay, puts the Matriarch on the back burner. Oh, goes for Reanimate, okay. Let's see what he gets back onto the field. A Blood-Seeking Mutant. That gets beefed up to a 3/4 straight away. Oh, Helm of the Minion on Bezarok. If he dies... Does he summon demons on Ludic's side on the board now? That would be interesting to see, actually. But yeah, now Ludic might have this game. Like last turn, I was sure that Blakerz has this, but now Ludic, we read that Helm of the Minion play was pretty neat. I gotta say. That was really good. But still, he gains the HP from Vampirism, but time is not his friend. Time, for sure, isn't his friend now. 2 cards in hand. Same for Blakerz. He has Sanctum of the Void. Probably gonna use it on the Tortured Orc. Maybe that's why he used it. Or maybe even on Bezarok to see if, like, the demons are summoned on his side of the field. He can also prevent him from dying ever by just, you know, pumping him up with Moonsteel Miner Might Emblems the whole time. But he used Thorough Study, Airship Explorer. Let's see what he gets rid of. Sanctum. Makes sense because he already used it. Haunt. Oh, double Haunt on... That is going to prolong the game a little bit. Double Haunt on the Bloodwell Matriarch. So that's 4 Enchained Souls every turn. Ends the turn, double Enchained Souls for Blakerz. That's a little bit of HP. But also a little bit of HP for, a little bit more HP, I would say, for Ludic v Red. Just attack, right on, just attack. You get so much HP from this. It's not even funny. Go face, dude, you don't have the time. My fucking god. Yeah, okay, Moonsteel Miner on Bezarok and then go in. Dude, we have 1 minute left. 25 HP. You know? And you have 13 HP. It's not like you win by life gain with this turn. He might lose. Ludic v Red might lose. It wouldn't surprise me. Because, yeah, the time is a problem now. So sacks a bunch of Enchained Souls. Yeah, and just blocks the 3 attackers right there. Ah, you can only block 2, actually. Can he? Maybe you can only block 1. If he set... No, okay, he can block 2. Oh, does he kill off Bezarok? No, he doesn't. So 3 beats coming in. Also, the ability from... I don't know, and 4 beats. And the ability of Temptress is gonna trigger. Beautiful Lifebound. Beautiful Vampire Lifebound. The Horizon's gone. And turn, dude. Quick. Quick now. Good. Good boy. Sanctum? Definitely Sanctum. Hover over the Tortured Orc right away, I would say. I don't know, maybe it's... I don't even know if you should summon, like, anything, but... Nah, he shouldn't. 20 seconds. He should just go in for beats. He's gonna lose Bezarok next turn, so we're gonna see if the demons are gonna be summoned on Ludic's side of the field or on Blaker's side of the field. That's gonna be interesting to see. If he actually uses the Word of Pain. He should. He should. Because it's also an extra card draw. And it's gonna delay Ludic even further. He might have, if he just goes in phase and then end turn, he might have two turns left. At best. And even then, we're gonna have to see. Okay, Bezarok off his own. Oh god. It's gonna be so painful to see. 18 seconds left. Can Ludic do it? He definitely has a little bit of an advantage right here. He has leverage, but no. He loses. Rune of Blades kills off Bezarok. Summons probably Succubus. Oh, he could go for Azaris. Nah, that wouldn't make sense right here. I would go for Succubus. Maybe even Dr. Styx. Bedeviled Fiend? Nah, I think Succubus is the best bet right here. Or Thought Revolver. Yeah, Succubus. Holy shit, dudes! 3 vampirisms, they just came down rapid fire. Okay, now it's interesting. Now it's interesting. 6 seconds left. Let's see if he can pull this off. He now knows that he has to go rapid fire. He just has to go in for beats. And now we see also if Bezarok, if he summons demons for him, it's a problem because he has 6 seconds left. Yes. If he would have gone in for beats for 10 right there, he would have gone up for 30 HP. I think though he loses. I think Ludic v Red loses. 6 seconds is just too less. But also Blakerz, a little bit of a problem. 5 seconds left. Gets a little bit of life back. Bezarok is dead. And Ludic v Red ran out of time, even though he has 5 seconds left. That is stuff for a conspiracy theory. That's the second game that someone won because someone ran out of time. That's kind of interesting to see. And that was game number 2? It's 1-1. Between... Does anyone say something about this? Apparently not. That game is insane. Okay, let's check this out. Ludic v Red against Blakerz, game number 3. Ladies and gentlemen. Soldiers. That was kind of funny to be honest. But we didn't see if like Bezarok triggers for for rich person Bezarok triggers. That was kind of sad. However, an early Steel Nor Innkeeper, which is kind of weird. Well, he blocks the Spoiled Aristocrat, however. And he might have a play right away. He doesn't. Cloning that. But yeah, pretty sure that Blakerz is just going for standard soldiers right here. Seems that way, at least. Just judging from the hero and from the Innkeeper that he just put down. Relic Guard. Well, that's not something that you usually put in a soldiers list. And he... You don't just waste the Steel Nor Innkeeper anyway. I mean, he probably has, like, the hero shrine where you can put, like, a Might Emblem on a creature when you put, like, shuffle a soldier back into the deck. That would be a thing, but why do you use that on the militia? So many questions. Why don't you just get rid of the Relic Guard? That is obviously the bigger... not bigger threat, but definitely annoying. But yeah, you don't just waste, like, a Steel Nor Innkeeper like that. You just wait for that for late game when he plays like maybe even a Steel Nor Innkeeper, a Moonsteel Miner or something, or like Lord Karthus, you know, stuff like that. However, goes up for the Trigon for Wisdom Nature. Now he has Wisdom Nature Order, and puts down Elite Vanguard. Looks like a really freestyle version of soldiers. With like all aspects of good, maybe. Kills off the militia, obviously. But it's only a 3-2 that gets killed by an Elite Vanguard. On the back line, my friend. That Prinha needs to be on the back line. Was it 1 mana to sack him? Yes. So he could pump her up to a 4-3 if he attacks with the Elite Vanguard. kind of interesting, because now he can't really attack with the Elite Vanguard, and Prinha is still safe from Ray of Righteousness, at least for now. And next turn, she's even more beefy if he goes up for aspects, and now I think he realized it. Yeah, you can't really attack here. Okay. Dwarven Mortar. And rally the peasants. Okay, Dwarven Mortar. Nice play. Nice play. Shoots down the Moonsteel Miner, and Prinha is dead. That's why I said put her on the back line. Of course, you could never anticipate this, obviously, but yeah. Good play. Good play from Blakerz, for sure. Really neat, some other people might say. And Prinha on the mortar. Makes sense. Let's see if someone is actually... Oh, we have a message from Hall, y'all. Into my room now, and I don't think why I didn't just think of doing that before. Yeah, that's a good... yeah, sure, I believe that. I surely believe that. It wasn't because you were scared or something, you know, of course not. Yeah. We got you. We got you. The TV. Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay. Insignia of the Sun for Blakerz right there. So, is able to fish out even more soldiers for him. So yeah, it's kind of like a freestyle soldiers version, it seems. With a little bit more potential to play other creatures. Also, due to the Trigon that he splashed in. And you know, playing mortars is always fun. The good thing is, Prinha is gonna come onto the field as a 4-speed, a buffed 4-speed, a 4-3 with 4 speed. That he can even, that he can pump even further with the Moonsteel Miners from the cloning vat. There it is, the 4-3, 4-speed, beautiful. And the card back, by the way, that is on stake today. So 4 cards in hand, 4 mana, 4 crystals, 4/4/4. We know the deal right here. And a 4-speed with 4 HP. And if that isn't enough, 3 aspects and 3 damage. Not sure where I'm going with this, but okay. Summons up a Tortured Orc, goes for Sanctum, gets the Shadow Step Assassin out, and that can deal, yes, can deal with the Steelhost Spearman if he doesn't decide to block, and can also deal with the Elite Vanguard. So maybe you shouldn't attack again this turn. Use Insignia, however, before the turn, so I think it also worked. So we got another soldier in hand. 6 cards against 4. So a little bit more options for Blakerz for now. He probably also has like a guards there, wouldn't surprise me. Temple Guard. Like that card. Really beautiful. Of course it got nerfed, but it was definitely needed because 3 damage for 2 speed. It's technically a Spoiled Aristocrat, only better because he's also protected. Puts the Might Emblem on the Steelhouse Spearman and waits. He probably wants to get rid of that Shadow Step Assassin. However, he has Prinha. But however, that's 2 mana left and that's a Pacify. So maybe that's a bait. It was a Pacify, I knew it. And Drayla, by the way, is also a card that gets played more often lately, which I definitely agree with. That card is pretty awesome. And was kind of sad that no one really played her, but that card is getting utilized, and that Pacify is gone, and I think now it's time for either the Temple Guard or the Steelhost Spearman to die by the hands of Prinha. Mind Extortion gets rid of Arrow Barrage. Which wouldn't have been too big of a deal. Like, he can't really attack into anything here. Now he definitely can't. I would say maybe even run the Shadow Step Assassin into the Temple Guard, just because, you know, 3 damage is kind of a big deal. But okay, so is the Elite Vanguard, and he's even better. He's not protected, but it's still a 3/3. Just put an Narmia's Blessing on him, and he's like a Temple Guard on steroids. Oh yeah, slowly but surely, he not only gains board presence, Ludic we read, but also gains mana and aspect, and thus a pretty scary hero ability. Insignia of the Sun. Apparently fishes out another soldier. Steel or Innkeeper, that's nice. However, I think Drayla triggers? Was it 1 mana? 2 mana, never mind. So it doesn't trigger. So either your target should either be Drayla or Prinha, but I think it's gonna be Prinha. Because if he uses it on Prinha, it's not a 4 speed anymore, if I remember correctly. And it's back to being a 3/2. Okay, use it on Drayla. Also makes sense. So you can't put weakness emblems on enemy creatures, level 2 enemy creatures anymore. And obviously soldiers, they are usually not more than level 2. Speaking of level 2, there is a Master Tactician. And now life just sucks a little bit for Ludic V-Red. Goes in for beats. That Temple Guard is dead. Or that, or that guy. He wants to keep Drayla out. Not really sure why, because she doesn't do much. Maybe he draws 1 now, and that would just get rid of it, but he wants to keep it on the field. He can't kill the Master Tactician because he just swaps out with the Innkeeper. What's the other? Ah, the other one is Prinha. Nah, he can actually, yeah. He can, nah, he can't. He still has the Relic Guard, and he would block. Unless Prinha attacks the Relic Guard. Yeah, no, never mind. Prinha attacks the Relic Guard, and he attacks the Drela, attacks the Master Tactician, and he still swaps out the Innkeeper. Summons another Moonsteel Miner. If he has Swift and a 3 speed, maybe even a 2 speed would do. He could get rid of the Master Tactician, but not like this. Not like this. Now he just swaps out for the Relic Guard. Could be interesting to see what else he has in hand. I kind of doubt that he has a Cataclysm, because we would have seen that in one of the games. So it's a little bit like the Vampires list that Torbeck ran in Masters once. That was freaking beautiful, I gotta say. And yeah, like we saw like the 3 Vampirisms hit the field in the last game, so... Yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have Cataclysm. He didn't play it last game. But he actually got rid of the Master Tactician. That was kind of odd. Next, Steel Nor Innkeeper, and that's a Drela, a Prinha Shrunk. Down to a 3/2, 2 speed. That's kind of pathetic, actually. But still, 3 HP, so he needs 2 Steel Nor Innkeepers to kill this. And Drela is still up and ready to block. Yeah, first he has Insignia and he has Champion's Honor, so he can use that on the Militia actually to buff it up to a 2/2. To block like Prinha. To block Drela. Cavalry Field Captain. That's when, that's when things get really scary, when soldiers gain board presence, and they do that relatively fast. There's Soldier's Memorial. Maybe now even, yeah, on the Innkeeper, since he is buffed already. But he can't block this... Yeah, he can't block the Moonsteel Miner, which is kind of a problem for him. And he also can attack with the Steel Nor Innkeeper, so he can just swap out. Even though you don't really need... You don't need a Shrunken Prinha anymore. Oh, he didn't think that through. Loses the Temple Guard for no apparent reason. Good blocks from Ludic v Red, but now 20 HP still left for Blakerz against 9 for Ludic v Red. He's slowly fading away, and he now it would be great to have Cataclysm in your deck, but I don't think he has it. So that is out of the equation. Maybe get like, nah, I was about to say maybe get like a Steel Nor Innkeeper for yourself, but that wouldn't make any sense because there's nothing really that he could use it on that would make sense. Speaking of making sense, does that Wisdom Nature make any sense so far? No, not really. He just plays soldiers. I don't know what that Trigon is for. But there's the Rune of Blades. I like the interaction. Rune of Blades. Maybe into tempting. Yeah, into a tempting lure. Just go for 2 and then get like or go for another Temple Guard. Maybe that would be a pretty good card. Or like a Master Tactician of your own. So Rune of Blades. Into Prinha. On the buffed up Cavalry Field Captain dies. On the buffed up Steel Nor Innkeeper. He probably has 2 more in the deck, however, so Prinha shouldn't be too much of a problem for him. For Blakerz. And cloning that for an Enchained Soul. Yeah, I would probably pull back Drela, exactly. I mean, yeah, definitely. Because I was about to say, you can still swap out with Moonsteel Miner, but you can't because number one, he's a slave, and number two, he's 2 speed, so he would just get blocked by the other innkeeper. And also, Unchained Souls would have worked if she wouldn't be a slave. Oh my god. That's a double horseback rider. That's kind of scary. That's 2/6/6 hitting the field. Not really sure if he can recover from this. I don't think so. I think that's game for Blakerz. Kinda seems that way. Kills off the Moonsteel Miner, goes in for 4 beats. So he's still in the game, but chances of Ludic v Red winning this are dwindling. To say the least. Maybe you shouldn't have banned Rage Rush. Maybe you should have banned Soldiers, rather. Just like anyone else does. Down to 5 H Pizzle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures on the board for Blakerz. Never mind, 7. Just as Prinha enters the field. Yeah, you need Cataclysm. That's the only way to come back from this. But yeah. Sadly, that deck doesn't support this. And by the way, I don't know, never mind. I was about to say you didn't utilize like Drayla once, but of course that's because she's stupefied. Mind Extortion on the Arrow Barrage. And he has a Tren on hand, so he knows that now. Question is, of course, what does Ludic v Red have in hand? It doesn't seem that he has anything frightening. If he doesn't play anything. That's a Moonsteel Miner. No, that's a Tortured Orc, never mind. He probably wanted to wait for Rune of Blades to definitely kill off a creature, but obviously he can't. He is down to 5 HP. He needs to put out all the blockers that he can. And he's quite good. He's quite good. Like, if he didn't like draw another Arrow Barrage or something, then he might survive this. Yeah, he could. He definitely will. He's gonna lose some creatures, obviously, but he will survive. Hey, hey. Steel or Innkeeper on Prinha, I assume. Oh no, goes for Ray of Righteousness and maybe the Stupefy on the 2/2 Deadly right here. Or on the 2/1 Deadly, yeah. Of course. Because speed, obviously. Yeah, you just need to go in with 1 Horseback Rider. Okay. Yeah. No. That's not what you should have done, I think. But I don't think it works any other way, it seems. No, it doesn't. Yeah, there's no way you could have gone in for lethal here. At least I don't see it. Because if you go in with 1 Horseback Rider, you just swap out with Shadowstep Assassin, and then you have 2 soldiers. Yeah, then you have like only 2 damage in. This way at least you have 3 damage. Sorry, 4 damage. So he's down to 1 HP. Sadly, it didn't splash in Rage, so he can't hope for a Fireball. But 1 HP against 20... 2 creatures against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creatures. And no Cataclysm, so I think it's safe to assume that Blakerz, playing for the LA Blakerz apparently, definitely has this one in the bag. I'm pretty sure. Tempting Lure, let's see. Pays 4 mana for the Temple Guard, sorry, 3 mana. Of course, 1 additional mana to actually activate Tempting Lure. Yeah, that's not enough. Maybe like cloning that sell into slavery. Or just sell this into slavery. Give him an additional knight/soldier into the graveyard. Yeah, and I think that is gonna be game. There's a vampirism that doesn't trigger this turn, obviously. Yeah. And he resigned, and Blakerz walks out with a point. And yeah, we are on to the last round. We are up against No Core. You already know how that game went. So yeah, we'll see if we get another bonus video.